tell us what your dad was like as a person. What was his personality?
Well, he was an executive for a large utility company, OG&E, and he was appreciated down there because he knew his business. He knew electricity, and he would do his job, come home, and just like a regular office worker, he'd spend his time down at the office, come home at 5, or be with a ride club, and come home with a ride club. Would have 5 people in the ride club, and they take turns coming home. Barry was so I don't know. He had a manner about him, and anyway, he one time was coming. He walked across the floor there at the house, the rug, and it had a bunch of dog fleas on it. They jumped up on his legs. He didn't know it until he got in his car, his ride club car with these other 5 people. They were going downtown, and these fleas started crawling on his leg. He was such a proud person. He wouldn't reach down and scratch them or anything. He let them crawl on his leg. I laughed on that one. And he finally got downtown. And anyway, he took care of those fleas, and that problem again.
What kind of riding club was this? What do you mean by that?
It was a ride club they used to have back in those days.
Like a carpool?
Yeah, it was a carpool.
Oh, okay. Dad, tell us what was your grandparents like to you? What was Perry's mom and dad like? Do you remember them?
They lived in California. I didn't see them much, so I don't know what they were really like.
Didn't Perry's mother eventually move to Oklahoma?
No, she didn't.
She never did?
Never did.
She just came to visit?
Yeah.
Okay.
She was kind of a gruff old woman.
She was a gruff woman.
She kind of looked like grandmother did. And she used to be a school teacher.
Was she stern and strict, so she wasn't very sweet and loving? She was not sweet and loving.
Well, Wazia thought she was kind of mean, but that's just Wazia. Wazia was used to somebody different. And
because what was Zizi's mother like?
oh, she was always trying to be helpful to everybody, and she was a caring person. And
Where did she work, Dad?
she worked different places. She started out as some kind of director there in Oklahoma for back in the day when they needed. Let's pause it a minute while I think.
Okay.
I thought it was the post office or the voting place, or what was it?
I thought it was Social Security
Or some kind of government office.
Well, great-grandmother was a social worker, and she helped pass the school lunch bill to get school lunches.
Yeah, there you go. You know more about her than I do. Yeah, it's true. She could get a good job, and she ended up working downtown or down at the Capitol, sorting seeds.
What was her personality like? What was she like as a person, Frances Gibson?
Just kind of like an elderly person. That's all I can remember. What was she like, Catherine? You know what grandma was like?
She loved us.
She loved us, and she wanted to be around us because she'd come over and sit while we had come to visit from Midland. The funny story I remember about her was that she was a good cook. that when somebody wanted to borrow her recipes, she didn't want to share them. So, so she just not give it to him. But if they bothered her enough and kept insisting on getting the recipe, she would give it to him. But she would change it so it wouldn't work. Either leave something out or misstate something in the recipe so that it was not correct. So that she was always best. So when she got even further along, she gave our mother her box of recipes. But our mom was always afraid to cook anything because she wasn't sure she had gotten the real recipes or the wrong recipes.
Oh, that's funny.
What kind of movies did you like? What's your favorite movie do you remember seeing?
Gone with the Wind, I guess. I don't know what I really remember.
Okay. What other movies do you remember seeing?
I can't really remember. It's so long ago. You know, you don't realize how long ago it's been. I don't remember.
Who's your favorite musician? What kind of music did you like as a teenager or a young person? What was your favorite singer? Did you ever play records? Listen to the radio? Listen to music on the radio?
Not really.
I remember Perry used to listen to
Classical.
You liked classical and opera.
Petunia Clark.
Oh.
Remember her, Dad?
Yeah, I guess I do. I remember when I was in grade school, the grade school system took an effort to teach the kids classical music.
Oh.
They marched us all the little kids into this auditorium, play classical music. I always liked that. That's one reason I like classical music today.
That's pretty cool.
Good for her.
That's impressive. What was some of the best advice you were ever given by your mom or your dad? Can you remember any of their advice or what they wanted you to do or would tell you what to do?
Well, Perry one time caught me with some stolen merchandise or stolen, I don't know, something. He said, Rich, if you're going to steal, steal big. I never stole again.
What did you steal?
Oh, I don't know, lumber, nails.
Nails?
I don't know, who knows?
Lumber?
That's so long ago.
What did your mother ever tell you? What advice did she ever give you or want from you, want you to do?
Can't remember. Yeah, it seemed like I got what I was telling her. Can't remember.
Tell us about why you joined the Army.
Well, it's been 2 years out of high school, just being a bum. Picking up a course from here and there. Just didn't have any real objectives. I didn't have a field of study. So I wasn't too good in chemistry. And didn't take any courses in chemistry. Of course, you got to have the background. You got to have the background for some of that stuff. And I didn't have it.
What did you want to be when you grew up as a child?
Well, let me finish the other question.
Okay.
2 years out of high school. In 3 years, then I joined the Army. Set an objective in life, I guess. And just spent 3 years in a military insane asylum.
How was it 3 years? Oh, I thought it
3
was
years
2.
in the
3
Army.
years.
Oh man, it was long.
Did you make any good friends?
Oh yeah.
Did you like it? Did you have fun?
Is it coffee? No, I'm fine.
What's your favorite food?
You want tea?
If you could have any meal in the world, what's your favorite meal?
Oh, yellow cake, I guess.
Yellow cake, which tastes like what?
Yeah, yellow cake.
Tell us about parachuting, being a paratrooper.
Well, they paid you extra money to parachute, so I volunteered for that as a regular soldier. So they took me and taught me how to parachute, which was kind of scary at first. Of course, all of it was scary at 1st. So we went up, learned how to parachute, and
Oh, they put me to sleep.
Okay.
Oh, how about the wind?
Did they teach you to fold your parachute?
they taught us, but we didn't have to. We observed the people that were the parachute riggers.
Did you know anybody having an accident with their parachute?
I didn't know anybody, but I saw some people.
You saw somebody
Oh, I saw a number of people get hurt.
get hurt jumping out of the plane?
Well, they hit the ground.
They hit the ground?
Oh,
When the wind came up one time, 6 soldiers died.
6 soldiers died.
Yeah, it was all in the national paper.
Oh,
Perry, she came home. What was it? He told him about it. He went out and walked around the fruit trees. He didn't know what had happened, so he was out there thinking about it. But anyway, it turned out all right for me, but those poor guys hitting the ground in those trees. Wind came up, whipped them around, drove them into the trees,
oh gosh.
and that was one time.
where were you stationed?
Fort Campbell, Kentucky.
Kentucky.
It is a beautiful climate.
How did you, what do you remember about meeting our mother when you met her?
I was at Tulsa University as a student, and we went over to a dance at the hospital, and they had a downstairs kind of a little rec room for the people, and your mother had this green sweater on. She told me later, she said, I always got the boys green sweater. Beautiful. Pretty nice sweater. And that's where I met her.
What was her personality like?
Oh, her personality, she was friendly, and she had a problem with confidence, I think, and I couldn't very well help her there. So we developed our own lifestyle. I wasn't one of the good enough guys to be able to be a good partner to help her get through her problems, and so they just developed. Too young.
Did you and you and your mom and dad go to church anywhere?
Perry wouldn't go to church. Not till he lay there in his deathbed. And of course, he would take Carol and I out and drop us off at the Christian church there on the Walker.
Thank you.
Sure. Decaf. Tell us, Dad, what was your sister like as a child? How much younger was she than you?
2 years younger.
2 years younger. And what was she like as a little girl? Do you remember as a sister to you?
Of course, she's just a sister to be ignored. But she was smart.
She was smart?
I thought she was smarter than I was.
You did?
She got a career going as a draftsman.
Oh. Okay.
That's pretty
What
much
kind of personality was she? Did she have very many friends?
Yeah, she had a few girlfriends.
A few friends?
Yeah, but she get enough loving from Perry or recognition.
She didn't feel loved by her dad.
Mm. He always kind of ignored us.
He ignored both of you
Yeah, but he couldn't ignore me as a boy.
because you were a boy. He put you to work because you were with him doing stuff all the time, working.
Yeah. That's right. You know, that's a good thing. He taught me how to work with my hands.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good thing.
Yeah. If you had all the money in the world and you could buy anything you wanted, what would you go out and buy?
A pickup.
I get a brand new Toyota pickup.
Okay.
I get a piece of real estate that was by a lake, like on the shoreline, and boat, big boat.
And if you could go anywhere on a trip somewhere that you've never been before, where would you want to go? If somebody's going to come and get you and take you somewhere.
I can't think of anywhere I want to go.
Where you'd want to go, but you've never seen.
Where would that be, Catherine?
Would you like to go to Europe or
No.
Hawaii?
New Zealand,
No, not particularly.
Alaska?
Antarctica?
No, not particularly.
Mexico?
Nope, I don't, nobody should go to Mexico. It's too dangerous.
it is now.
A beach?
No, I don't know.
The islands?
Depends on the boys I was running with. I had a fast crowd and rough boys. I wouldn't be afraid to go anywhere. And
Okay.
in the Army, we'd roam around with about 6 or 7 of us.
Uh-huh.
You know, we'd have a good time. But that's about it. I don't have anything special.
Did you learn anything good from the Army?
Yeah, self-discipline. I learned how to do what I'm told.
How to make your bed.
Hmm?
How to make your bed.
Yeah. Fanatic about because I believe when you get up in the morning, you make your bed, you feel like you accomplished something.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I feel like.
Mm-hmm.
And it's one of Jason Peterson's concept, make your bed in the first thing in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Got that from me, I think.
What other habits do you have for your lifestyle? Would you say, like, you get up in the morning, you always make your bed. So what other life skills?
Well, of course, life skills drop off, but they're there for a while. I would always get up and go running.
Mm-hmm.
I ran every day for 15 years.
Was that before you ate breakfast?
No, it's kind of during the day,
Okay.
sometime during the day.
Uh-huh.
And then I got on took Catherine one time, went to Dallas for a seminar with a bunch of kids, school bus. And one of the concepts they taught there was, the guy talked about fasting. So I picked up on that. So the next 10 or 15 years, I fasted 1 day a week.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So there for a long time, I would fast and run, fast and run.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that really what helped me reach 89.
You're 89 years old.
He's 88. He'll be 89 in July.
Okay.
We just rounded off.
It's kind of it.
What do you think is the meaning, your meaning of life, the meaning of life?
The meaning of life is helping others come to Christ. That's what it's all about.
And what would you tell your grandsons and granddaughters?
Oh, helping people and leading a good life would be more important than the rags and riches. And kind of
Okay. What were your favorite summertime meals your mother would cook for you that you like to eat?
well, she generally cooked for Perry and the family in general. Her, or as a favorite, I don't know. That's so long ago. I remember fixing hamburgers with real thick patties you'd get at Camp's Grocery.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you remember those? She cooked a
I love
great
those
hamburger.
yellow buns. What were those yellow buns she bought?
I don't know.
Those were so good.
And she'd fix these hamburgers. Perry and I'd be out working in the yard Saturday and Sunday. She'd go out, whistle. Hey, boys, lunch is ready. Hey, we'd go in and eat lunch, go back to work.
And so you had a hamburger? She cooked a hamburger for lunch?
Yeah. And
When you said yellow cake earlier, I think you meant pound cake.
yeah.
Pound cake. Grandmother's pound cake.
Well, grandmother was a brown sugar.
It was brown sugar.
Yeah, I didn't like it. Over the years, you get to where you don't like some.
Uh-huh.
Gosh, I hated that brown. But I enjoyed the mosaics.
What were some of her best things she cooked for you? She could cook.
Yeah.
What could she cook?
I don't know.
Remember her pot roast was good.
Oh, yeah.
She'd make spaghetti.
Yeah, she did that. She's a good cook, man. She whipped some together. She had the pot and pans for it.
I don't remember her cooking chicken. Did she ever cook chicken? I'm sure she did.
I remember eating a lot of spaghetti.
Yeah.
And roast.
Spaghetti.
Good spaghetti roast. She could make a homemade lasagna. She taught me how to make homemade lasagna.
Mm-hmm. More than I know.
What kind of birthdays did you have growing up? What do you remember as one of your best birthdays?
Well, growing up, they were pretty good because it was a big thing in our family with birthdays. And they'd all the family come over or get together or something. Grandmother would bring over burnt sugar cake while they'd fix her pound cake, yellow pound cake. And they'd give you a little birthday surprise. And
What, like
package.
what?
Oh, I don't know, a shirt or some sock.
Okay.
You know, just something to show that they gave you something.
Did y'all ever do anything for Halloween growing up? Easter? What'd you do for Easter?
Anything I can remember.
Would you wake up Christmas morning and did you have Santa when you were little?
Yeah.
Would Santa have visited you? Did you have a stocking?
No, not particularly. Not particularly.
Did you have Christmas trees?
No,
No Christmas tree as a child?
no. Not that I can remember. I mean, you're talking a long time ago.
Did you go swimming as a child when it was hot?
Yeah. Thought you did if it get cooled off. Go over to Paseo Plunge.
Did you go to the movies as a kid and go get ice cream? Did you walk to the store
Yeah, I had to walk down to the little store.
and buy candy? Like if you had some money, did you go buy candy as a kid?
Yep.
Okay.
And Frontier City, of course, city was different back then, but there on 49th Street
Okay.
or 39th Street, there used to be out there kind of western, about 6, 7 blocks. Used to be a little theater called the Frontier Theater.
Cool.
I remember one time as a teenager, I was in there with Jim and Bert. And we was always horsing around. It was the middle of the afternoon. We was horsing around, just looking for something to do. So I walk in there and I thought, well, I'll go to the restroom. So I go over and I kick open this door, thinking it was the men's room. It's the ladies' room. Of course, nobody was in there. Well, the boys, they laughed on that one.
Sounds like something boys would laugh at.
Yeah.
Did you ever go downtown to the Tower Theater?
Yeah, we'd go downtown a lot on weekends. Yep.
What was your most embarrassing moment? Besides kicking open the ladies' room.
I can't think of one, really.
You don't embarrass easily.
No.
What are the simple pleasures of life that you enjoy?
Well, I used to enjoy the Oklahoma City Gun Club, going to the club and being competitive. Of course, that put a lot of stress on you, being competitive with all those guys out there. But that was one of my enjoyments. And there's a lot of camaraderie, meet a lot of people. Always like to meet people.
What was the nicest thing you've ever done for someone?
Well, I've loaned people money,
Okay.
or just gave it to them. One time the project manager told Jim Davis, a black guy, that he couldn't have any heat in his house because he didn't have any money to pay for it. So he comes to me and says, Rich, so-and-so, Sergeant Anderson needs $100 to pay for his natural gas bill. And so I wrote him a check out of E-Trade. And he gave it to him, and that was that. I never saw that back again. I thought they was going to pay me back. I mean, I was so quick about it. Nobody said a word. Everybody went on their way. So anyway, I felt like a sucker. But anyway, that was all right. I had the money. And from that day on, I couldn't know what wrong with that guy. He made me the dispatcher.
Oh, he did.
And for a couple of years, I sat at that dispatch desk. And these guys would come in. I'd write their reports and hand them a piece of paper, all the facts on it, say, here's your report. And they either sign it or rewrite it. They got to where they appreciated that. And we have reports all the time, every day.
Was there anything you were ever sorry about that you did that you regret? One of the worst things you ever did?
One time I took a night course, college, and before I knew it, I got over my head. Didn't get all the homework in, didn't have time to do it all. And man, it burned me. So I dropped out, I didn't go to class a couple of times, and I got burned on that one. So I just dropped the whole thing.
What class was that?
I can't remember, some kind of technical course. Boy, it was hard, and I just didn't have time to do all the homework. And so I didn't have time to keep up with the studies on that particular subject. I was taking 2 courses, which the other one I did all right on. But it was a lot easier than this thing.
What was your favorite subject in school? What did you like to do in school?
don't really know. That's a hard subject. I mean, there's so many different interests.
Did you read very many books growing up? Did you read?
Mm-hmm.
Read books?
Yeah, I was one of them.
Comic books? Did you buy comic books?
Well, I used to read Becky Spillane, Murder Mysteries. I said, well, I'd wait each year.
Did y'all watch TV growing up? Did you have a TV in your house?
Mm-mm. Barry wouldn't let it.
He wouldn't let you have a TV.
No, he didn't think it was correct. We grew up without a TV.
Did you listen to the radio?
Oh, yeah. But he didn't like TV, so we didn't have one.
When was the first time you got a TV?
And Perry was sick in bed, was he? Went and bought him, marched in and took it into his bedroom. Said, here's your TV. And that was it. Said, stay there from now on.